This question gives me the function y equals e to the x cos k to the x. It asked me to differentiate it, and then it asked me to differentiate it a second time. So there's about 15 marks usually, maybe going for something as long as that. So let's just worry about differentiating it the first time, and then we'll work on the second one. Okay, is that exactly like what's in the log tables on the left hand side? No. Is the product rule? Yes. There we go, product rule. Okay, so product rule is, that's u, that's v. So the product rule says u times, now you might know that off the top of your head, or you might have to go to the log tables and see, you know, or a rough work section and carefully work that out. So u times the differentiation of v plus v times the differentiation of u. Well, that's easy. You go to your log tables, the differentiation of e to the x is e to the x. And even there I should have, like, the fact that I've realised it's a product rule, maybe I write down my product rule here. But I will need to show them that I'm able to start filling in my product rule as well. So u times dv dx plus v times du dx. I want you to, you know, go to a rough work section and work on that. Cos of, I don't know, 5x, cos of 10x, cos of 20x. What would you end up with? Work on those and then just go, right, that's just another variable. You could actually, you know, pretend it's a number like the number 9. So I have the 9 underneath, but I put the k on top. So I do it with the 9, and anywhere I had the 9, I put back in the k. So just work with that, and you would end up with minus k sine k to the x. Maybe clean that up a little bit by multiplying that out, but there's not much cleaning up to be done. Maybe minus e to the x times k, you know, like that's just a plus by a minus, that's a minus, e to the x by k, e to the x by k times the sine kx plus, I might put the e to the x first, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which order. When you're doing multiplication, is 3 by 4 the same as 4 by 3, you know. That's dy dx. Didn't ask it for it in any particular format, so I think that's pretty clean. If they might have said, oh, if you want to write it in a certain form, they might have gotten me to take the ex, e to the power of x out in common or something like that, but I'm leaving it like that. I think that's perfectly acceptable, very simple. And the next thing that they asked me to do was, they asked for this as well, which is the second differentiation. So take your time. We're going to split it up and we're going to look at this bit first. We're going to try and differentiate this. So again, product rule. And whatever way you do it, u times dv dx. So u times dv dx, if you know that off the top of your head, great. I probably wouldn't, but I'd go to a rough work section and I would carefully work on it and then fill it in. So u times the differentiation of that plus v times the differentiation of that. Well, that's grand. That's just minus e to the x. And that would be that first bit differentiated plus e to the x times cos kx. Okay, that's the product rule again. U times dv dx plus v times du dx. You know, it's Oh, actually, look. I've just done that. That exact bit that I'm now differentiating. If that's y, that's dy dx. So we actually have a lot of work done from previous. Okay, so the main thing is that, you know, we look at the green bit first. We're going to go u times dv dx, work that out, plus v times du dx. And again here, product rule, u what's a plus? U times dv dx, sorry, yeah, it ends up being a minus because dv dx is a minus k sine squared, no, that's right, plus v times du dx. So go to the rough work section, clean that up, work it out. It's k squared sine kx. And then just clean that up. We have a minus e to the x, k squared sine kx. Again, we have these multiplied out, so that's plus by a minus is a minus. I'm going to put the e to the x first, k sine kx. We have a minus e to the x, k sine kx. So now we're down 2 of them, plus an e to the x cos kx. So that's a minus e to the x sine kx. I'm down one of these, and I'll get another one, so minus 2 e to the x k sine kx plus e to the x cos kx. That's my second differentiation.